Jimmy's business is Jimmy's business. We all need friends. Even Jimmy. Even you. I can help you, Jimmy, and you can help me.
Welcome everybody to another Native Stars review. Native Stars reviewing another movie. This time we are now into the midst of the ending of the year, and this before I go on with the movie review, if you are watching the exact same review on YouTube, you could go listen to the exact same audio on YouTube on SoundCloud Native Thoughts, and vice versa. If you are listening to the exact same audio on SoundCloud, you could jump ahead and go on YouTube and listen to the same audio review on video format on YouTube Native Thoughts, SoundCloud Native Thoughts, vice versa. It works. It works fine. Now let's get back to the review. And this time it's for another movie, another gangster movie that we haven't had in a while in quite a long time, starring Johnny Depp, Benedict Cumberbatch, and blah blah. The list goes on of actors, but it's called for Black Mass. Directed by, I forget his name always, but I think it's Cooper something. Director of Out the Furnace and Crazy Heart. Which Out the Furnace is one of those most underrated drama movies that I like from the past, from like 2 years ago that I really enjoyed. I think it was a year ago. Really loved and really enjoyed. And this time he's back, but he's time doing another drama, but a gangster flick. Johnny Depp plays Jimmy Whitey Bogart, and who pretty much is the most notorious, most wanted person on FBI list in the past decade, a couple decades. Pretty much was a fugitive up until a couple years back, and now he is caught. And I mean, this is his pretty much his gangster film, his rise of fame, his rise of being a notorious gangster. You know, starting from barely being a small time criminal to the rise with a little help from the FBI, played by Joel Edgerton, who helps them. Their best friends who helps them. There, you know, if you snitch out the Italian mobs, you could come over and take over the territory and be the biggest shit of South Boston. And that's pretty much how Whitey became the king of South Boston, you know, the kingpin of South Boston. Being Irish American, Irish mobster. Pretty much don't want to give a whole lot to the movie because this is a movie that is based on a story, so all you have to do is just go Wikipedia and look up the fucking information. But as a movie, you have a list of great actors: Peter Skarsgård, Corey Stoll, Kevin Bacon, Benedict Cumberbatch, Johnny Depp, Joel Edgerton, Dakota Johnson, I believe also. The list goes on and on and on. Really, the thing I have to say, I mean, I'm kind of and I'm making myself very clear, but as the movie, I honestly think that the movie is nothing really that special because the movie it plays as a typical gangster movie. You realize that gangster movies, it's rare that we see them often nowadays because there's been so many that when they came out, especially when you have links of Goodfellas, Casino, and Carlito's Way and Scarface, they all follow the same routine and trope because it's typical as like a boxing movie or a YA book novel in terms of film, and they all have this. They all have that same pace, and they all have that same, typical scene that we're gonna see. But what makes a gangster movie so special, particularly this gangster movie, is the performances. This is a performance movie. This movie makes it at least a good movie by the performances, and especially by Johnny Depp, who honestly not even the main character. He's mostly the main. He's the character around the plot, but the main character has to be Joel Edgerton as the Boston because it's mostly about him, but it's really about what revolves around and the criminal activities that Whitey did. Pretty much it's two main characters, if you could say it, if it works that way for you. But the movie really works well. The movie works well by these performances. Even the people who are only there for 3 fucking scenes, like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like Corey Stoll, he is in it by the last act of the movie. Phenomenal scenes that he's had just within a couple scenes. The one the most character I really was fascinated by was Peter Sarsgaard. I love that character, and he only had a few scenes, and the scene that he had, I kind of wish that character would have been in there, but I kind of feel like the longer that character would have been there, the more typical typecast it would have been, but with the little bits that they got, you still had that feeling like, okay, this is gonna happen, he's this and he's that, but it's still good. But like I said, this is Johnny Depp's movie. This is Johnny Depp's back into, I mean, Johnny Depp is a character actor in a way that he loves playing characters. It doesn't matter if they're bad characters, if they're good characters. It doesn't matter how stupid they could be. It's just like Mordecai or Dark Shadows or Jack Sparrow. Those are characters. He loves playing characters, and this is another character. And I really think this is a great character. This is actually my favorite performance from Johnny Depp in a while. I mean, even for movies just like Blow, that I actually I fucking love that movie Blow, and he's back into something good. But this is a different. This is a more vicious. Think of more something like So Pesci's from Goodfellas, a little bit amped up and a little bit with Jack Nicholson from The Departed, which is based off the same character. And really, the movie is a performance character. I mean, when you have small characters like Benedict Cumberbatch, who I really did not like that character, but I think the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch did well as an actor, he played that character well. Even the little people like I said, Peter Sarsgaard and Corey Stoll, Kevin Bacon, even Adam Scott, who just have a couple fucking lines in that movie, makes the movie entertaining. This is a movie, without going too much of it, this is a movie that's only thing that makes it worth watch it is the fact that these characters make drag these actors carry this movie, the whole movie. Because if the performances were bland and the performances were not good, then the movie would have just been like a whatever movie. Because really, the movie it just follows the same routine, and yeah, but there's always has to be one thing special to stand out from any movie if it's good. And there's the whole thing that this cast, these characters, these performances carry out the movie and makes it a good movie and makes it special in that way. But as a movie, as something, if you could say the movie's a masterpiece, plus adding with the characters and the performances, really is not that much. Because the cinematography is pretty. I love some scenes, especially some scenes when they're in Whitey's bar. I really like those scenes. And really, it's a movie that is typical gangster movie. But if you love that type of movie, I would suggest to go see it. But as a verdict, I don't want to go so long. But as a verdict, Black Mass is entertaining. It's good, and the performances are great. And Johnny Depp is an amazing actor in this movie. This movie, even though he is not the biggest main character, mostly the story revolves around more on Joel Edgerton character, which is still a good character. The movie still picks up no matter what. If you don't have Johnny Depp, if you don't have Depp in the scene, you have Edgerton, you have Sarsgaard, you have Dakota Johnson, you have other people who carry the movie little by little. Then when you have Johnny Depp, it blows it out of the park, making it a better scene. Way more entertaining because the fact that that character is so menacing and so manipulated, it works well. And that's all I really have to say about Black Mass. Like I said, it's good, it's entertaining, it's performance driven movie. And do I think it's the best movie best movie of the year? No, but I think it's the most ambitious movie of the year. That the performances make that movie that this movie could be so up here, but it's to stay at a perfect level. But I could see some people liking it and putting it on their favorite movie of the year, and that's good because I mean, there's certain things that should be on there. Should Johnny Depp get an Oscar nod? Maybe a nomination. But when we haven't seen a lot of great movies, we haven't finished the whole year. So let's see how the year plans out with different actors. We can't just jump to shark already and see right away we want Depp to win. But that's all I have to say about Black Man. Like I said, go watch my reviews, go like my movies, go watch, go like my videos, go listen to my SoundCloud Nana Thoughts, YouTube Nana Thoughts. Hope you guys have a great day.